Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host, King Gio. Well, according to John Morosi, he's an MLB writer. He says that the teams are still in talks. That there is no second team, and because of the holidays, things have taken this long. So things are moving forward with the Carlos Correa. But like I said before, there's language that needs to be done. This in the contract, there has to be a clause. And people are asking me, what are my sources? How do I know? It's not sources. I mean, you can Google it. It is in Google. And if you know anything about baseball, if you know anything about business, you would know that. Oh, put it this way: I've been following baseball for 20 some odd years, and I'm 51 years old, and I've heard of Scott Boras for a long time. And you hear deals being done, and even in businesses, you know that when Scott Boras or any agent, it takes this long, especially if there were other teams, he would have gone to another team. But when it's taking this long, is that he's working specifically with a team, and you have to understand that there has to be a clause here. And from my understanding, both MLB and MLBPA has to approve it, and you want to get that clause in because no matter how rich you are, you don't want to get a player and get that player gets injured, and then you lose all that money. You know, you're there, okay, I'm willing to give you $315 million, but I want something in return. And in that return, I want your years of services, whether it's 4 or 5 years, but I want those years of services. I don't want to give you just $315 million and then you break a leg or that injury resurfaces, then you're missing a year or two. And what do I get in return? Nothing, while you're still making money. You know, you got to protect your investment. No matter how rich you are, you protect your investment. And so far, there's been 2 teams that said no. I mean, 2 teams that have been concerned about that ankle. Yes, he's played through it. Yes, it's been 9 years, but he's aging, and things change. So you want to protect that. So I don't blame them. And Scott Boras, he knows that there is no other 2 teams, because if there would have been, there is no other team, because if there would have been another team, he would have gone to them. And at this point, if the Mets was to retract that offer, Carlos Correa is going to get less money and less years. That's all it is going to. That's all it boils down to: less money and less years. So this is just a waiting game. It's a game. It's a game of who's going to blink first. It's the language. The language is going to be the Scott Boras knows that there's no other team. No team is going to give Carlos Correa now $315 million or more for 12 or 13 years. That's not going to happen. Scott Boras knows that. That's why he hasn't gone on TV. He hasn't said anything. But that's a fact. Anyone that knows about anything about business knows that that's a fact. So it's just a waiting game. Do I want to see Correa play third base? Yes, I do. Because if you've seen him playing in the WBC, he's been a good player. He's an all-around good player. Not the best, but he's a good all-around player. He's a good fit for the Mets. So if you haven't seen Carlos Correa play, look him up on the WBC for 2017, and you see that he did play great third base, as well as Javier Baez played great second base. So just give it time. I would say between Wednesday and Thursday. I said earlier on during the week between Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm going to give between Wednesday and Thursday, we should hear something. That's just my belief. Okay, that's just my belief.